folks, how are you? It's Pandora and I'm back with another in-game tank review. This week it's the KV2. Hey. I had this tank a long time ago. I sold it, and I sold it to progress up the line, and I got myself a T150. I have now sold that since, and then I got the KV3. I've been playing a bit of tier 6 since, and I've been looking at other players play the KV2, and I said, man, I want that tank back. Just for the laugh. If you want a tank where potentially every shot is a one-shot kill, this is the tank. I don't have a Borsig, I don't have an SU-152, and it's going to be a while until I get those, so I thought I'd get the tier 6 KV2 back, and boy, I've missed this thing. Oh man, I love it. I load up a load of HE in it, and I just strike fear into the reds. It's what to do, and it can hold its own at tier 7 as well, because of +1, -1. It's one of those tanks that really can hold its own. I play it with the 152mm gun. For me, it's the gun that just provides the laughs. There are the other two options of the 107 and also the 122mm, which might be more suited depending on what kind of situation you find yourself in a lot. You do have to hide a lot in this. You have to use your hard cover when reloading, and the reload in this is quite long. It's about 19 seconds, and that's with a rammer and with vents, with everything that I've tried to make it more efficient. So yeah, just remember that with this tank. So how does the tank hold up in game? Well, I played a couple of games the other day to collect some content for this review, and I was surprised at how well the tank can hold up. Obviously with lights, a word of warning, you have to be careful. You have to be aware of the map, where the reds are, and any tank that comes at you, you need to make sure that you put them down, which is a possibility with the KV2. Now, with patch 3.3, Wargaming introduced the high caliber medal, and that's made things very interesting for this tank. That reward is given to anyone who gets the top damage on the team, and the incentive is that you could earn extra credits. Now, that's made things very interesting indeed for the KV2 because of the natural ability that it just pumps out a lot of damage. So yeah, you can definitely grind a lot more credits now in this since patch 3.3. So back to the game here in Fort Despair. I'm set up here on the right hand side. I'm just staying in here behind this soft cover. We've spotted up two of the reds, and we can see that the red toaster just comes out of nowhere. Don't know who he's got his eye on, but load up HE and take him out. Hashtag YOLO. And I hope he's taking notes, because that's not the kind of tank you want to be doing that kind of thing in. So anyway, back to the game. The majority of our team is set up on the right hand side. It looks like they're on the extreme right because they're still putting shots in on this Panzer IV. I'm in this position here behind the red. Now, maybe I should have, in hindsight, maybe I should have stayed there, but I push on, I roll on up, push forward here, and I want to get into this position behind the wall. But we spot another red here on the right hand side, the Leo. Now, I make a cardinal sin here. I stop my tank. I'm wide out in the open. I don't really need to take any shots there on the Leopard. I take a shot there from the enemy KV2. It looks like he hits the ground. I take a shot from the VKM, but I give one back. I hit the side of the tank there and I take him out. I'm quite surprised. It's really a Hail Mary shot. So I push on forward. The KV2 has already taken half my life points here, so I want to get set up behind the wall here. I'm aware of the VK2801 in front of me. KV1 has shown up. I didn't get the gun depression that I wanted there. I did hit his turret, but it's probably a bad roll. If I hit his hull, I would have probably created more damage. But I'm really just holding up this position here. I'm in a good position because I've got shots on these three reds. We take out the Leo. We've also taken out the VK2801 that was in front of me. So my role here is really just to keep an eye on these two tanks. If they roll back, put shots on them. I can see the KV2 is taking a shot and he's rolling back. And I take a shot there. It looks like I hit his mantlet. That's probably a bad roll. It's probably a bad shot anyway. But it's 3 against 2, and we've got the two reds stranded in here behind the cover. So we're in a very comfortable position here. KV1 has rolled back and he's looking at me. I've lit up his turret. I've taken a shot. I'm surprised I'll actually finish him off. But with the HE, the splash damage can create a lot of damage. So we take out the KV1. It's really 3 against 1 now. So it's just a matter of biting time. The KV2 is doing good. He's doing okay. But he's got such a long reload that he does not... You don't want to be the last tank, especially out there as well on your own. He's still taking shots from our team. I'm just waiting for him to roll back. Takes more shots. I put myself into a position where I think I might be able to get more, might get the last kill. Roll up. I'm trying to get the gun depression because of the terrain. Look at this shot. I put it right over his hull, but one of our guys takes him out anyway. Not a bad game. We got 3 kills. Yeah, and I really fulfill my role. We get a 3rd class mastery and the high caliber reward as I was talking about previously, and that's not bad for 6 shots. So because that game was quite quick, I wanted to add a second game, and for context I wanted to add a game of Supremacy. Straight off the bat, I want to say fair play and well done Wargaming. I think they've done really, really well out of the Halloween event, and they've definitely changed my opinion when it comes to Supremacy. Because the Halloween events required missions, some of the missions also included, they required Supremacy games. And I must say I've fallen in love with the game mode. I love the fact that it just throws meta out the window. And as you can see here on Rockfield, I would usually go on the right hand side where the mediums go. This isn't the meta here in EU, but because this is Supremacy, anything could really happen. I put my attention here on Cap A, so I'm just rolling up here. I'm trying to put the tank in a position where I've got the option of cover, but I can also put shots on any tank here that shows up. Now I can see that there's 2 tanks that are also supporting me. They're also interested in the A cap, and we've already spotted up the first red, which is which is another toaster. He's wide out in the open. Put a shot in on him and just take him out. So we're doing well so far. Those other 2 tanks, they roll into the A cap, but it sounds like we're taking shots from the far side of the map, and I can see that they've already taken the C cap. So I want to roll into a position where I've got the option of cover. We've already got the A cap. So I'm really just pushing up here. The intention is to try and get the cover on the left hand side of this opening. I really wanted that VK to go down and spot to see who is in the B cap. I was asking there if he'd roll down and I'd cover him, but that didn't happen. Now here's where I make several mistakes. I take a shot from the ankle, I bounce it, I'm lucky there. I have to commit and I have to put the tank down this slope in order to get the gun depression to get the shots in, which isn't ideal. This is a limitation with the KV2. Now, my second mistake was not focusing on the right tank. I turned my attention here to the Anko, probably because he's trying to get the counter, and I'm taking shots in the meantime here from the closest tank to me, which is the Hellcat. In hindsight, I should have taken him out first. He's done pretty well, and he's taken more than enough of my health points. So I turn my attention towards him. I put a shot in on him. I let the bloom narrow in on him and I take him out, and I knew he was really a one shot, but that's put me in a bit of a tricky situation because I haven't got much health. We've also taken out the Anko, and we've got this T49 across the map that's hull down. And this is the beauty of the KV2. When you get the shots on, the shots just, any tank really is a one shot. And I can't really contain myself there. I let him know that I found the situation quite funny. We're doing pretty well here. We're only down 1 tank. I noticed that the Chinu is flanking and he's coming up behind us. So I roll up to try and engage on him. It's weird because he isn't taking a shot, but he's just looking at me. He turns his focus on me and we enter this weird standoff. And it's really a matter of who shoots first. I take a shot at him. The bloom was narrowed on his tank and I finish him off. Another one-shot kill and we end the game. Now we do pretty well in this game. It's a second-class mastery. Again, we get the high caliber, 2.4k damage and 35,000 credits. Not too bad for only 5 shots in the game. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, make sure you like, comment, or subscribe on YouTube. You can also find us on Twitter at @blitz_noobs with a Z. Again, thank you for watching and take care.